going on. So we are so happy that our festival is coinciding with the overall spiritual energy of the country and the world as well. And thank you so much for joining. And I really hope this is going to be a powerful week for all of us, and where we are going to address some of our key challenges and produce some breakthrough results. So that is what I'm expecting. And we have some really interesting line of speakers, and what we are going to create is really exciting. So I'm here to learn as well. So it's just my honor to be of service and facilitate it along with Ritu and all the trainers. So I'm really grateful that all of you are here and looking forward to this exciting journey. Thank you. Thank you, Ritu.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My dear friends, I'm your life coach here, host and host, Ritu Saraf. And in these 7 days, our promise, like Shabana already mentioned, is to deal with a prominent change in your life and allow you to become your better self, deal with and resolve your toughest challenge in a simplified manner. And so many speakers have lined up for all these 7 days. I'd request you to take note of certain things before we begin. One is, since you're joining in today, we would request you to stay till the end each day, begin at the earliest, come in 5 minutes little early, and so that you can make yourself completely, fully participate, be available fully with us, keep your videos on, and keep one notebook. My request and invitation to you is keep one notebook and a pen and paper with and pen with you, so that every time there's an exercise and there's something popping up in your mind, please write it down for yourself. If there are questions, keep them to the end. After every speaker finishes, there'll be about 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes of a timeline. We will try and get the burning questions answered. Not all of them for sure, but few of them. So just keep them in handy. And as we begin, I would like you to note a few areas of your life which you think are very, very crucial for you at this moment. And for that, I'd like you to just be fully present. If you're doing something else, please come back. Just begin to be fully here completely right now. Take your notebook and pen. It'll come in handy. Keep your mobile phone or anything which might disturb you at silence, and just take a moment of deep breath. Close your eyes for a bit and think about what is it that truly, truly, truly gives you fully involved, keeps you completely involved, gives you lots and lots of joy, true joy in your life, makes you fully alive. Just think about all those moments that you spend with yourself, with people around, with the surroundings that you love to be, and you feel truly complete within yourself. Begin to relish those moments that you truly, truly wish are yours each day. It could be your people, your family members, your friends, some game or hobby that you practice, a nature walk that you might like to take, something that you sing or hum, anything. Maybe you dance, maybe you exercise, maybe you jog, when you sweat at the gym, maybe when you listen to songs, melody songs, rock music, anything which fills your heart with lots of joy and love, care, and lots of compassion. Begin to feel all of that which makes you alive. As you are enjoying yourself in this moment, come to think of what might be a challenge for you, which does not allow you to be fully yourself in this beautiful joy that you're experiencing in this moment. What might be that one challenge you would like to address, which will allow you to go closer, be fully alive, and enjoy your life to the fullest? As you begin to realize, I invite you to open your eyes slowly and begin to write in your notebook as well as in the chat box for us. Identify one area, one challenge that you would truly like to work on in this week with all the beautiful trainers and coaches who are going to be there with us, and truly create those moments of joy, fulfillment for you. What is that one challenge that you would like to work on this? Beautiful. Someone has written, be with my family. I got that. When you have multiple challenges, Samir, I'd invite you to pick up one thing which you feel will move you further, closer towards being happy. The biggest, or if you think one repetitive challenge that you might be facing, pick up that one which will allow you to go closer to your happier self. To be with the nature and family, got that. To be with my classmates, got that. Beautiful responses, thank you. Challenge, fear of something going wrong, all right. Okay. If each one of you have identified your areas, just put in D in the chat box so that we are clear that each one of you have completed this specific activity of identifying your challenge. Just want to relax and be less intense. All right, move. Neil got that. Got that. Okay. Samir, I want you to pick up something for yourself. This is about you. This program is about you. Something that you can work on. Got that, Sonalika. All right. So whatever it is that is stopping you to be this happier self that you just saw yourself in, that bliss in the moment of joy right now, pick that one area, one challenge, which doesn't allow you to be, okay? Some of you have written nature and family ke saath. Now, pick up the challenge. What is the challenge to be, which is keeping you away from nature, away from family? Okay. Got that. Overcome anxiety. Okay. Overcome my depression, sleep deprivation. All right. That's good. That's good, Samir. All right. So I think most of you are done. I'd request the rest of you who are yet to write, if you have any queries, please put them on. Okay. Allow yourself to focus on one area which doesn't allow you to be your happier self. I hope I've made myself very clear. Financial security, I got that. All right, leave some addiction. I got that. I'm getting private messages. All right. So rest of you can pick it up for yourself, whatever is your challenge. Health ki chinta rehti hai. All right. So what is it that you can do? Are the steps that you need to check out with all the speakers that you will be listening to, Santoshi. आप अपने लिए हेल्थ के लिए आप क्या कर सकती हैं? Just look at that. Okay. Fear of the future, something going wrong. All right. My status. What about your status? What is the challenge in your status? Write that, please. Single. Okay. That's good. You have opportunities. All right. Yes. Beautiful, Leela. Very, very happy to note. No challenge and you're still here. That makes it a very, very delightful experience to be. And I'm sure you're traveling higher up on your journey. So all the very best to you and really happy to have you here with us. My wife's poor health. So what about your wife's health that you can take up, Yashpal? All right. And how does it, what are the steps that you can take to allow you and your wife to be happy? All right, then. I think most of us have selected one big challenge of theirs. At the end of the day, we'll also be asking you specific questions as to what exactly have you picked up for yourself as a lesson from all the speakers. So right now, without further ado, I would rather invite okay. Give me a moment, please. I'd invite our speaker for tonight, Mr. Sukhdeepak Malvai. He's going to enlighten us about relationship, energy, and abundance connection today. Sukhdeepak ji, over to you. Very, very warm welcome to you, Sukhdeepak ji.
Please unmute, Sukhdeepak ji.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Thank you. So I thought you might introduce me, but if you're not doing that, I'll do it myself. Right. So
yeah.
So my name is Sukhdeepak, and I've been making people dukhi in about 17 countries for about 35 years now. Okay. And I jumped into the profession of learning and development and healing and coaching 35 years ago, because I attended a program that transformed my life. Okay. So I became a possibility seeker. And I've explored so many modalities. I mean, I don't want to waste your time listing them down. You can go to my website and have a look at it. And here I am today, and I would love to make a difference to your lives. So first of all, very warm welcome to each and every one of you wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings. I just want you to know that you deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. You deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. And anything that comes in the way of that, please destroy and uncreate it. So I was listening and I was watching and I was reading all the charts that you put up today. When I want this and I desire this, I ask you a simple question to begin with. What will you add to your life today that will help you to create a future that you desire? Think about that. What will you add to your life today that would allow you to create a future that you desire? I believe, first you think about this before I talk about what I believe. What will you add to your life today that would allow you to create a future that you desire? Let's put our attention on the future that we desire. And perhaps when you put your focus on the future that you desire and the actions that you will take to create the future that you desire, you might find the challenges dropping off on the way somewhere. So what is the future that so two things will open up for you. When you ask this question, what will I add to my life today that would allow me to create a future that I desire? Two things will open up, isn't it? One, what is the future that I desire? And two, what will I add to my life today that would allow me to create a future that you desire? So ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful opportunity in these coming days, every day to dwell on it directly and indirectly. So I'm a believer in one thing, that as human beings, we are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary. We deserve to have the best that we want. And at the end of the day, no matter who you are and what is it, whatever you desire, behind your every desire is a desire that you should have a life of ease and a life of joy and a life of glory, isn't it? Now, you have mentioned about all the difficulties and obstacles and whatever that you're dealing with. I ask you to close your eyes and imagine that all these difficulties have been dissolved. They've miraculously disappeared. Okay? Can you allow yourself to imagine that? That all the difficulties, all the challenges that you are experiencing in your life, they have miraculously disappeared. And how would you feel when that happens? Please allow yourself to feel that feeling that would happen when all your challenges have melted away miraculously. How would you feel? Yeah, light, exhilarated. So that's what you really desire, isn't it? When all your challenges have melted away, you will get what you desire, whatever it might be, and then you will feel what you will feel. So allow yourself to feel that. That's an interesting one. We'll be bored after some time. We don't know. Interesting, no? Sometimes we cause and create challenges so that we don't get bored in life. That's interesting. So when you work on yourself, all right, you might face some other problems. So what? Great. So is it worth experiencing that joy and peace you will feel when you have what you desire? So tell me one thing, ladies and gentlemen, don't tell me, you can put it on the chat if you wish to. What do you think you should be focusing on, your challenges or your desires? And asking yourself a question, and how do I make this possible? And then dealing with whatever comes in the way of making it possible. Okay? So what you will discover when you start thinking about it, or maybe you already know about it, is that we are spending most of our time not in creating what we desire, not in focusing our attention to find out how to make it possible. We are spending a lot of time in reacting to the situations. You know, so when you're reacting to something, what do you think is happening to you? Are you in charge of yourself? When you're reacting, you're not in charge of yourself, right? So who's in charge? Because if you have to cause something, see, if something else is in charge of you, then you are a victim, right? You don't have any power to create anything as long as you are being controlled by other people or situations, right? So should you be spending less time in reacting? Now, the question might come out, so what should I do that I don't react? I'm a reactive human being. But you know that we spend more than 90% of our time in reacting and resisting, right? So what do you call reaction in Hindi? Pratikriya. And what do you call resistance in Hindi? Pratirodh. So we are spending most of our time in reacting and resisting, and that is what I call as our survival mode. So what are we reacting to? Situations. What are we reacting to? Difficulties. So when difficulties come, do we embrace them and do the Bhangra dance and say, wow, I've got difficulties? No. We get into a state of complaining or resisting. And I think you might have noticed that your resistance to whatever is going on has never allowed it to disappear. Yeah, the more you resist whatever it is. So how many of you resist people's anger? How many of you resist your own anger? So has it disappeared? So have you noticed that the more you, I have seen a lot of angry people who get more angry because they got angry. And they get angry with the person because they made them angry. They don't like to be angry, right? They resist their own anger. But has it allowed that anger to disappear? So one of the things which we need to learn to do perhaps is, how do I go beyond my resistance? Because you are always resisting something which you don't like. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tell me something. If you are in a predicament or if you have a problem, अगर कोई समस्या है आपकी जिंदगी में, तो समस्या को देखते 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 प्रतिरोध करते करते आपको कोई उसका समाधान मिलने वाला है? If you just keep focusing your attention on the difficulty and the problem, do you think you'll find a solution to that problem? Certainly will not. You know that, right? So where is the solution going to emerge from, my friends? It's going to emerge from a possibility, what is possible now. But in that situation, our mind is so stuck with that. See, whatever you're resisting, you're stuck with it. You know, if I'm resisting this, I'm stuck with what I'm resisting. So what do you think I have to do? I have to let go. And I'll tell you one very simple mental tool that you can use. You make it a part of your programming in your head. You know, it is mine. You just say to yourself, every experience is an opportunity for me to become a better version of myself. So thank you, Lord, for this experience. It's only going to make me a better version of myself. Then will I be resisting that situation? Because when I do that, I might be able to pick up the learning that that particular situation has for me. क्योंकि कहते हैं हर एक परिस्थिति में मेरे लिए कोई सीख होती है. Every situation, every circumstance has some learning from me. And believe me, guys, I mean, I'm talking from what? I'm 69 years old. And from the age of 27, I've been seriously having a lot of ups and downs in my life. I can promise you that. Lots of downs. And the only thing which kept me going and, you know, reviving myself like a phoenix, you know, the bird who, phoenix bird gets burnt and it kind of again gets alive. The only thing that's kept me going is very clear belief. See, if I have to have a belief, I'd rather have an empowering belief. So my belief is every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of myself. But guys, can you look at any situation like that if you don't get rid of one bloody disease that we've all got? You know what that disease is? Can you make a guess? If you don't get rid of that disease, you can never be in allowance, you know, of any situation. No, not gossip. Make another guess. What is that disease that we have, which will never allow us to, you know, be in allowance to every situation and say that this is a situation, it's going to make me a better version of myself. I welcome you. That's a nice word. Repetition, resistance. No, there is a disease which we've got, which gives rise to the resistance in our life. Yeah, it's connected with the ego, but it's not the ego. So what is it that we have which will not allow us? Not the comfort zone either. We do it all the time. We've been doing it, I think, from the time we were 4 years old or 5 years old. I mean, the disease started then. You know, when your parents looked at you and said, "Dekho, kitna pyara bacha hai. What a sweet child. He looks like his mummy or he looks like his daddy. But he's a very quiet child. Or he's too talkative." All right, so should I make it easy for you guys? You know, I'm trying to make you start thinking, you know. Thinking is a thing which we don't like to do. We have thoughts, kadang, automatic ones going on. Yes, Umaji, that is it. What we are doing all the time is judging, you know. So let me make it simple for you. I do not know, you must be thinking only judges judge, you know. At least judge has got a law book to judge with. Yeah. So what do you judge with? What is the law book that you're looking at to judge? What is your basis of judging? Are you God? So how do you know you're judging? See, when your mind says right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, this is better, that was better. Okay. That's when you know that you're judging. So I was all right then. Now I'm not all right. So my dear friend, personal experience, I like what you're saying. But you know what? The personal experience was a result of what you already believed. Na? The personal experience is personal. That's why it's called personal experience. How much of our experience is shaped by the reality which we created because of these judgments and points of views that we picked up from our childhood? How much of indoctrination and conditioning is going on from the time we were born? You know how much conditioning goes on? Good boys don't do this. Good girls don't do this. हमारे यहाँ तो ऐसा होता है, हमारे यहाँ तो वैसा होता है, हमारे यहाँ ऐसे कपड़े पहने जाते हैं. Yeah, so by the time we are maybe 10, 12 years old, we've completely lost any self-determination. You know what is self-determination? That I will determine the course of my life. I will make my choices in life. Okay? In fact, I lost the ability to choose in life. All that we are left with is decision making. You know? I mean, we can talk for days about choices and decisions. But you know what? As long as we are judging, will you be able to ever accept or be in allowance of any situation and say, wow, this is going to make me a better version of myself? No, no. Because every experience is being judged. Ah, this is nice. This is painful. I don't like pain. Yet I'll sing songs like Mujhe Haseen Dard De Do, jise main gale laga loon. I used to think, you know, what is this Haseen Dard De Do? I found out many years later, you know, what it means. Mujhe Haseen Dard De Do. अगर हर एक परिस्थिति को, if I accept every situation and say, wow, ये हसीन दर्द है, you know, what a sweet pain, I accept it, it's going to make me a better version of myself. Do we give ourselves permission to do that? See, guys, I spent more than half of my life working with people on mental, physical, and emotional level. All right? That's what most of the trainers do. Yeah? It was only in 2016 or 2015, you know, due to certain things that happened. In fact, I started getting into another area which I never knew existed when I first went and did Vipassana and when I first learned Reiki and pranic healing years ago. Okay? That there is another world out there which I don't know, which is not visible to me. Okay? The quantum world, as they call it. The quantum physicists have been aware of that world years and years ago. Our rishis and munis, they've been aware of it for thousands of years, maybe 5,000, 6,000 years before, right? That this world is an energy world, right? And we are energy beings. And as energy beings, we will, the moment you experience it, I was fortunate enough to experience it a number of times. First time when I went for Vipassana, and so many other times, right? That I started to see the interconnectedness, of the energies that are there. I started to see that either these energies are going to work for me and empower me, and they are freely available to me, right? I don't need money to draw upon those energies. In fact, when I know how to get those energies, the money flow automatically improves in life with ease. Now, just like everybody else, Yashpal ji, I think you and I are probably the same age. हमने तो जिंदगी गुजार दी पैसे के पीछे भागते भागते, right? Hoping that once we get it, no, तो जिंदगी में खुशियों के फुवारे फूटने लग जाएंगे. But it came and it went. It came and it went. Crores came, crores went, right? So then I was getting upset about, why can't I save money? It's so easy, so difficult to earn it and so easy to spend it and all that drama that was going on, right? When I got into this energy domain, I used to use words like abundance since 1997 when I became a Reiki master. Yeah. And you can experience that abundance. But truly speaking, ladies and gentlemen, the day you start experiencing the world of energy and you start to see that there is so much free energy available to you, that's when you start to realize that there is abundance. It's only we who are blocking the flow of abundance. Can you imagine that there is a tap which is connecting us with the universal energy source, but we've closed all the valves, Or imagine that the energy is surrounding you, you are inside a house, but you want to keep all the windows closed and you don't allow the energy to come into your life. All right. So I wanted to tell you about the connection between relationships, abundance, and energy. All right. Now, there are wonderful relationships we can have. Right. So what would you have if the relationship is wonderful? What is it that you would see on the ground? The affinity would be very high. Right. What is affinity? Anybody? What is the other word for affinity? Closeness, So much affinity. Yeah, degree of connection. What would you say in Hindi for that, Yashpal ji? Nazdikiyan. Right? Affinity would be very high. Agreement would be high. You understand? The willingness to accept each other's point of view would be very high. The willingness to accept, like me giving complete honor to your point of view, you giving complete honor to my point of view, which we don't do. If you might have noticed in relationships, we're just trying to make other people accept our point of view. So there's this whole drama of right and wrong, who's right, who's wrong, who's going to dominate who. Is that a relationship? Yeah, that's because the reality, we are not willing to share a reality. We are trying to convince the other person that my reality is the right reality. Your reality is not the right reality. Interesting, isn't it? And the last one is communication. If your communication is free and open, when you can be vulnerable with the other person, then you know that this is a great relationship. Now, we've all had relationships where, you are with some people, some very, very special friends in your life, but everything seems to happen very easily without any effort. And you feel you've known each other for years and years and years. So what is happening over there? Now, if you look at it from the energy domain, you'll find that there is an easy flow and counterflow of energy. The connect energetically is so high that in their presence, you feel empowered. You literally feel energized. Now, you must have met people in whose presence you feel energized. No? You go and meet those people, spend 5 minutes with them, you are energized. And there are other people, you go and meet them, you feel completely drained, Yeah, they're like energy black holes, they keep sucking your energy out. Okay. So if you are open, and imagine if anybody sucked your energy, you have no problem with it because you're saying hello. The more you suck, the more I get. जितना तुम ले लोगे उतना और मुझे मिलेगा. So would you be bothered about it? But what are we doing? We are doing the reverse of it. Because from the time we were very small, we started blocking people because we felt that they are pulling our energy away from us. You know, many of you who know about energies, you know that we had this soft spot over here where the crown chakra is, right? So jaise jaise wo band hua, when it started closing, we started blocking. It was so easily available, that energy. For the first time, we started feeling that there isn't enough. And we started feeling that people are pulling this energy away from us. And we never realized that there is so much energy available, I don't have to conserve it. I don't have to make walls around me. Now, आपने देखा कि how many walls we make between us and other people? Huh? How much of a comfortable distance we maintain with even the close ones in our families? है ना? बच के रहना रे बाबा, बच के रहना रे. क्यों भाई? ज्यादा बात करेंगे ना झगड़ा होगा. Yeah, if I talk too much, there'll be an argument, you know, so better keep quiet. And we are on tiptoeing around with our near ones. So should I say this? Should I say that? If I say that, so and so will get upset. If I don't say that, then also they may get upset. What should I say? So better shut up and withdraw into your shell. So how many people we are cutting out in our life? So when we are cutting out people in our life, are we not cutting out all this flow of energy that was so much available to us? You know, when you were in your mummy's lap and she was hugging you, what is it that you were getting? Man, do you remember it? Even now, when you love someone and you hug them, you feel that energy. That is the energy that we crave for. Now you can give it a label called love or whatever you like to call it. I don't like this word love very much because it's got some other connotations with it, you know. But there is something about this pure love that a little baby has, right? That's why when a baby looks at you with a fixed gaze, you feel so happy. Oh, kitna pyara baby hai, you know. Why? Because he's just radiating pure love. There is no blockage over there. And what are we doing? Something that we crave for, we don't want to, you know, we blocked it, you know. I want to be safe. I must not allow love in my heart because one day it will be broken by those who I loved. I know from my personal experience, sir, that when you love someone, they break your heart and that feels very bad. So better not to love only. If I don't love, they can't break my heart, no? And then you'll sing songs like Akela hu main is duniya mein. Hello? What a paradoxical human beings we are. So, whenever we judge, my dear friends, that is the basic root cause of why our relationships get screwed up. Right? How many of you have been in love? You know, I've been in love many times. Yeah? It's a wonderful state. You know, you enjoy the company of the other person. There's no judging going on, you know. Even the bad breath is smelling like scent, you know. Right? Then you decide to, you know, formalize it. Then all the judgment begins. Right? Now, what was a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary, joyful, fulfilling relationship suddenly becomes a burden. Shit, man, what have I got myself into? And who's the culprit, my dear? So somebody said, you know what? Our judging is our survival mechanism. We are judging to protect ourselves. Interesting, isn't it? And we are driving away those people and things that we are desiring so much with our judging. See, you want to experience abundance in life, I give you simple tools, stop judging. Yeah? The more open and vulnerable you allow yourself to be, the more the energy is going to flow into your life. Love is energy. Isn't that something you crave for? We all desire to be loved and respected in our life. तो love को तो block करके रखा हुआ है. क्योंकि block नहीं करेंगे तो कुछ खो के ले जाएंगे लोग. क्या ले जाएंगे, आपके पास है क्या? So coming to another very interesting thing which I discovered about relationship is you want closeness and intimacy, is it not, in your relationship? Yes. And the very interesting thing is if you can allow it to happen in your relationship, then in your relationship with life, see, we have a relationship with life also. We have a relationship with every experience that shows up also, isn't it? So when you alter your relationship with people, your near and dear ones, for God's sake, we don't have to have relationship with strangers. So what is it that you need? You need trust. You need honor. My question to everybody is, how much are you willing to honor yourself? Yourself first. हम खुद का कितना आदर करते? Can we honor ourselves if we are busy judging ourselves? Can we honor ourselves if we are comparing with other people and saying, hey, look at that fellow and look at me, where is he, where am I, right? So if I'm not honoring myself, can I honor anybody? So one of the basic 5 things that should be there in a relationship is to honor. And those who cannot honor themselves, they cannot honor others. There's a simple law of the universe, my dear friends. The way you see yourself, let me tell you this slowly, the way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others. And the way you treat others is the way they treat you. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I cannot honor myself, I cannot honor others. So how do I treat someone whom I honor? And how do I treat someone whom I don't honor? Have you thought about that? How many people are there in your life whom you truly honor? We did this exercise in one of the empowering morning conversations the other day, and we got some surprising answers. One guy said, there is nobody I honor. Other guy said, I honor only one person. Third guy says, even I think I'm not sure if I honor God also completely. When things are going my way, then I honor God, when otherwise I don't honor him also. Interesting, isn't it? Rishte chahiye, abundance chahiye. So what is honor? You know, honor is something in Urdu they say na, izzat bakshi humne. Izzat bakshi jati hai na. What does it mean? Respect is something which I bestow upon others. They don't have to earn it from me. So my question to you is, are you willing to bestow honor on yourself? क्या आप खुद के लिए इज्जत बख्शना चाहते हो? So बख्शो. All it takes is to stop judging yourself. You will be in a state of honor. And the second one is trust, you know. If you want to have a great relationship, you want to have open channels of energy flowing into your life. Are you willing to trust people and situations? Sometimes you do, you know, you trust that you'll wake up tomorrow morning alive. You know, you trust that next morning you'll wake up in the same body. How do you know that you would have died and woken up in some other body? You know, you'll never know. You'll think, oh, I was always like this. But you trust, na? When you go in a plane, you trust the pilot, right? Do you know him? Have you seen his driving license? And some of you will say, I trust God. Okay, great. So you at least trust somebody. You can trust that your people in your life will remain human only, you know, they'll not become animals. Yeah, because see, there is a relationship we have with trust, you know, we think, oh, people have to earn my trust. How can I trust anybody just like that? I say, hello, are you willing to bestow trust? You should be asking questions like, if I do not have trust in my life, what is it that I will lose? Kya nuksan hoga mera if I'm not willing to trust? Certainly you will not have a great relationship. The third one is a very interesting one. It's called being in allowance, So maybe you should have a separate session with me. I'll teach you what is allowance. It's something better than acceptance. That much I can tell you. And the next one is being grateful. It's interesting how much energy flows into your life when you allow yourself to be grateful that you are you, grateful that you are alive, grateful that you have this wonderful body, grateful that you have this wonderful personality, grateful that you have this wonderful person in your life, persons, grateful for all those things that you possess, grateful for the house that you live in, grateful for your profession, every little thing. If I'm in grace and I'm gracious and grateful, see how the energy flows will change in your life. And last but not the least, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Sir, I guarantee you, even though you don't trust people, you've still been cheated many times in life, isn't it? Whether you trust or you don't trust, if you have to get cheated, you will. So if you trusted somebody and got cheated, that's better, I think, than not trusting and getting cheated. Something, I have come across the most distrustful people in this world. They get cheated the most. You know that? वो बहुत शाने होते हैं ना इसीलिए. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I have given you little tidbits and a little provocation, to start thinking differently, to open yourself up to receive a world of ease, joy, and glory. Okay. Now, what is wonderful is that you have the next 7 or 8 days in which different trainers, will look at different aspects of how you can work on yourself on the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic domain. All right. It's a wonderful package that Shabana and Ritu have put together. I invite you to invite all your friends to become a part of it. They invited me. I feel honored, And I invite you to invite people and let them share this journey with you. I'm sure that people who join now, Shabana will give them the recording so that they don't feel left behind. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you very much for listening and interacting on the chat box. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful. And I'm here for a couple of minutes more in case you have any questions or clarifications that you require. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sukhdeepak ji. Always a delight to hear you. And I'm sure all the participants have benefited greatly. Thanks a ton. And definitely we'll post questions which will come across from the participants later on in the evening as well. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you. So you want me to hang around to answer those questions or you'll handle them?
It would be nice if you could stay around.
Yeah, I can. I mean, if you want me, I'll stay. What's that?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Shabana, you want to say something?
Yeah, so now I would like to invite Ritu, who will be actually taking the conversation forward and will allow us to connect with divinity. And I would also request Ritu to introduce yourself first.
Thank you, Shabana. Thank you so much. So my dear friends, very, very good evening once again. And okay, so there is a question, Sukhdeepak ji, for you if you want to take it up quickly. How to stop judging and increase trust on your near and dear ones. Do you want to take it up?
You have to unmute me.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, so what's the question?
How to stop judging and increase trust on your near and dear ones.
I love this question, how to. We live in a world where everybody is giving us formulas. No, you trust people by trusting them. And you stop judging by stopping judging. See, that is a very simplistic way, right? You want it a little complicated, okay? So I'll tell you, every time you catch yourself saying good, bad, right, wrong, agree, disagree, that was better, this was better, right? You know that you are judging. So the moment, see, that's the way we work, our mind works. The moment you realize you're doing something, you can stop doing it, na? At least the, the impact of that gets reduced. You can say, okay, this is my point of view. This is what I think. It may not be true. Are you getting it? That's how you stop judging. By not giving too much energy and charge to what you are thinking at that time. You look at someone and you say, oh, he's a horrible fellow. You can stop yourself and say, okay, I think so. I don't know if he's really horrible or not, but to me, he looks like that. So what have you done? You have lessened the impact of your judgment at that moment. Okay, very simple. Yeah, there was something else I just saw on the chat. Okay. Does that answer your question, sir? I do not know who asked.
Samir had asked this question. So we'll have time left for only that question right now. Pramila had a question. I would request you to answer that on the chat box. Is that okay with you? So Deepakji,
I don't know if I can answer it. To give, what's the question?
What you give, you receive the same. Okay, no question. All right. She's just been commenting. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. So my dear friends, good evening once again. As I introduced myself earlier on, I'm a life coach. I'm a healer. And today I am going to take you on a connect with your higher self, with divinity. So I request all of you all to place your notebooks, pens, and papers away. If you can relax a little bit, sit up straight and just take a few deep breaths. We'll go closer within ourselves, within the island of our body. We'll do a short meditation right now, which will allow you to dig deeper into yourself. Kindly place yourself appropriately, be comfortable, sit appropriately where you feel nice and easy in your body. Take a long, slow, and deep breath. Allow yourself to feel very, very comfortable as you're breathing in. Make the breaths long, deep, and slow. Relax your full body each time you're breathing in. Let your palms face the sky. Put them at ease on your thighs. Relax your full body. Take another long, slow, and deep breath each time. And keep focusing your attention as I name the body parts, one after the other. Focus your entire attention on your shoulders. Breathe into them. Into your spine. Into your thighs, your hips, your knees. Keep breathing deeply and slowly. Focus your entire attention now on your jawline, around your eyes, around your eyebrows, around your head, your neck, your entire face. Let the breath flow very, very easily as you focus your attention any which way. Breathe into your heart. Focus your entire attention on your heart, onto your legs, your entire leg, both the legs, both the arms, both the armpits, entire sides of the body, from top to the bottom. Now with one deep, long and slow breath, relax your full back from top of your head. Let the flow happen on your back up to your tailbone. Breathe into your lower back and relax. As you're relaxing and feeling completely at ease with yourself, put both your hands on your heart and give a nice, gentle hug to yourself. Caress yourself with a soft, gentle touch and feel your heart beat on your palms. Keep taking long, slow and deep breaths each time. You may repeat after me. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am grateful for everything I have right now in this moment, for being here, for connecting with myself. I am grateful. I am grateful for each and every experience that is making me wiser each and every day. I am grateful for all the people in my life. I am grateful that I have all the masters, all the saints, all the angels surrounding me right now, blessing me. I'm grateful for all the flow of energy that's happening right now on top of my head to the tip of my toes, which is refreshing my whole body, every single cell of my body. You may place both your hands back on your thighs. Relax your full body. Think of all the things that you're grateful for in your life. Take a moment to thank God for those important moments of life that you so relish, for those important people, for the beautiful nature around you, for the support that you have in your life, for the care and compassion that you receive. Now think of a small little child that you've ever held in your hand. Young newborn baby that you have ever seen. Recall that experience of holding the child in your hand. Recall this beautiful new life that you have ever held. The touch, the feel, the innocence that you have experienced. Let the love unfold within you as you look at this beautiful newborn baby. Feel the tenderness of this newborn baby on your hands. If you have ever kissed, feel the tenderness on your lips. Your whole body is filled with love, kindness, compassion, and joy, in deep gratitude, in complete bliss with this newborn child. Your body is in complete awareness of this experience of looking at this child, of being with this child. Relish it. You're feeling so much oneness. Feel it. Feel the oneness with the child, with everybody around you right now, with the spirit in each and every person around you, in your own house, in your own room. Let the love emerge out of your heart and flow to everybody around. In your house, your whole house is completely filled with your love, kindness, and joy. Your entire neighborhood is now getting filled with the flow of energy from your heart. You are expanding. You are growing in your body. And you're feeling very, very expanded. Feel the expansion happening in your body right now. Your body is growing bigger and bigger with the love energy filling up the entire space of your neighborhood. It's flowing further and further, filling up all the streets, almost the entire state. And there's a wave of bliss traveling to the entire country right now. You are so beautifully engulfed in love. So much of flow of energy happening from your system. You're feeling so expanded right now that you're covering the entire country with your love. The entire planet is slowly getting filled up with your love energy. All the continents are getting filled up. All the rivers are getting filled up with this love, kindness. Now it's flowing over to the entire galaxy. The sun, the moon, the stars, all the planets across are all merging inside you. You're growing so big, so expanded. Many, many galaxies are flowing into you. And your love is pouring out to each and every cell in the solar system, in the other galaxies, in the many, 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 many galaxies across distances. You are an infinite being. You are whole and complete, full of love and joy. You're so full of compassion, kindness. You're so rich, so abundant. You may repeat after me. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Creator. You're feeling so light and expanded right now. Feel the lightness. Enjoy the flow. Enjoy the journey. Every being is connected with you, is inside you. Every person on the planet, inside your house, inside your family. Everyone is just a part of you. There is no other. It is just you. You are the Creator. It is you everywhere. Every atom, every cell is just filled up with you on this planet, across the planets, across the galaxies. Notice your presence everywhere. Very, very slowly and deeply. Take a gentle breath. Now you're slowly coming back from all the galaxies, back to your own planet, back to your own continent. Very, very slowly, you're bringing your awareness back into your country. into your state, into your neighborhood, your own house, your own room, back into your body on this chair where you are. Put both hands on your heart. And feel the love flowing. And think about all those people who are dealing with challenges in their life, in your own family, who you have or you thought that you have challenges with. Let this beautiful love energy flow to them. Let these blessings flow to them. As if you're telling them, look at all of them in front of you. Your family, your friends, people who you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Just look at all of them and send them lots and lots of love flowing from your heart to their hearts. Look at their eyes and tell them, I love you. Tell them, you're just another me. I love you very much. Thank you for being in my life. Very, very slowly. Put your hands back on your thighs. Relax your full body again. Take a long, slow and deep breath. Rub your palms together. Put them on your eyes. Stretch if you must. And slowly come back. Do share how was the experience for you in the chat box. If you had any realizations, I'd be happy to read them. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Gopal. Got that, Ratan. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. For anybody who would like to know about the other programs that I do, I am sharing my details here. I'd also request you to share a feedback on a link that I'm sharing with you right now. You may please take some time tonight after we close and sharing your feedback on this form. And here's a link from Mavin on a 3-hour workshop that I'll be conducting next month. If you would like to participate, kindly go and register yourself on this link for further sessions on connecting with your divinity. Didn't feel like coming back, so soothing. Thank you so much, Ashwini. Absolutely, Neil, you're right. We'll go there. It's a journey. and you'll go there. Just like how you're here today, just take some time, come with us, join us on our journey, and we'll take you ahead. Thank you, Savita. I think, Shabana, could you share the link, please?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone. Right now it's time for me to invite our happiness coach, Mr. CK Arora, and I'd like you to introduce yourself. CKG, very, very warm welcome to you.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Absolutely, loud and clear.
Okay, great. So my name is CK Arora, and I call myself as a laughter coach and happiness coach because it's my mission to make 1 million people laugh all the way to the bank, doing what they are most passionate about. And I have various programs which we can talk later, but let's first start our journey. This just 15 minutes journey today, and we can travel on this journey later on whenever you feel like. I'll give you the paths to follow me and connect with me through social media later. So according to Center for Disease Control in USA, the major cause of death is what? Can you guess? What is the leading cause of death? Any guesses? Any guesses? All right, let me give you the answer because we are short of time. So stress is the #1 cause of all the deaths. Why? Because the diseases like cancer, coronary heart disease, accidental injuries, respiratory disorders, cirrhosis of the liver, and suicide, they are all caused because of the mental disorder, because of the stress. So all these things can be prevented if we can prevent the stress. Okay. Now, what is stress according to you? Well, stress is the wear and tear of our minds. Do you agree? And we attempt to cope with continually changing environment. And stress mainly occurs when pressure on us to perform on various aspects of life are more than the resources that we have to cope with those pressures. Now, the topic for today is, do you want to be happy? So I want to ask you, my dear friends, do you really want to be happy? Yeah. So when you say yes, think twice. Because there is a price to be paid for happiness. Let me take you to a public park. You go there and you see two children. One on the left hand side is sad. One on the right hand side is happy. The happy child is just playing with some toys and dancing and singing on his own. The child on the left is not happy. He's crying. He's sobbing. You can see the tears on his eyes. Question to you is, and please unmute because I work on a interactive mode. One way doesn't work for me, so I want some answers from my dear friends here. So who do you pay attention to? The child on the left who's sad, or the child on the right who's happy? Who would you give attention to? Any answers?
The child on the left who's sad.
Right. Correct. Thank you. Yes, because we want to, it's our nature as human beings to add value to other people's lives. So the child on the right who's happy doesn't need any help, right? So the child on the left who's sad needs help. So we go and, ask, child, how can I help you? What's happened? Let me take you to another scenario. You are the head of a department in a corporate environment. It's 6 o'clock and you are packing your bags to leave. And as you are near the door, you get a call from your client. Something needs urgent attention. Now you have another important meeting. You can't attend to that emergency from the client. So you naturally have to delegate to somebody in your team. Now you look around, there are 2 people again. One is the person who is always sorted, always happy, always meeting all the targets. And there is another guy who is always lagging behind, not so happy. So if you have 2 people in your team who are not left yet, who would you assign this new emerging task that has just come from the client?
Naturally, to the person who's happy.
Who's happy, right? Correct. Thanks for the answer. Claps for you.
Thank you.
You see, here we are talking about the person who is in trouble gets the attention, but the person who is happy gets more work, right? Isn't it? So that's the price you have to pay, my dear friends. So before we proceed further, you have to commit. Whether are you ready to pay that price for happiness? Because the price is more responsibility. The price is being of use to the society, adding value to other people's lives. That is the price you have to pay always. And you will get happiness only when you do all these things, isn't it? So that can I share my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay, so is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, visible.
Yes, yes.
So do you really want to be happy? So you're committed that you want to be happy. That's why you are still here. So I've given you my introduction already. I need not spend time here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you? Please write in the chat box. On a scale of 6.7, 7, okay, 6, okay, 8, wonderful, 7, 7, okay, 10. Oh, I would like to be your student, Jonita. You should be sitting on my seat, teaching others how to be happy. Okay, great. So what is happiness? I have given a definition here. Can somebody read it for me, please? If it is visible to you.
Not visible.
Not visible, okay. So I have to do something for you. Is it visible now?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you want me to read?
Yes, please.
It's a state. What's happiness? It's a state of emotional well-being that a person experiences when good things happen in a specific moment.
Mhm.
A positive evaluation of one's life and accomplishments overall.
Yes. So basically what we are saying here is that it's a state of mind, right? At a specific moment. So happiness is not permanent state of mind. Okay. So when a positive evaluation of one's and accomplishments, if you just think about your past achievements, you get instant hype. Okay. And when you are doing something great in the present moment, you again become happy. So the happiness lies in the current moment. Always, if you are in the current moment, you will be happy. So according to Aristotle, happiness consists of achieving health, wealth, knowledge, and friends that lead to the protection of human nature and to the enrichment of human life. So as I was saying, you have to contribute to the enrichment in the lives of others, and you will get the happiness. And Professor Aaron Ahulia says, creating more individualistic culture which encourage their members to pursue personal interest over the honor and meeting social obligations. Again, you are connected. If you are connected socially, you are bound to get happiness. Sonia says, the experience of joy, contentment, or positive well-being combined with sense that one's life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile. So it's your self-evaluation that makes you happy. According to the 2022 World Happiness Index, the Finland is #1 happiest country, and India comes at the position 136, bottom 11, right? Actually, it is better than a year before. It was 139. So we are improving a little bit because of my efforts, I believe. Okay. So happiness gives the purpose in one's life. Happiness is in having friends, and happiness, man is not made to live alone, and people enhance one's quality of life. So I've created a community called Laugh Your Blues Away, so you will be part of that once you join any of my courses, and more details will be shared by Shavana later. So what are the traits of happy people? They are hopeful, they're positive thinkers, and they approach life with zest and enthusiasm, and they are grateful, like the exercise that you were doing with the Ritu, So why I've created this Happiness Institute? Because I want that more and more people should go up, India should go up in the happiness index, and people's happiness were not triggered by simple things, So what we are saying here is that a small thing, like writing a gratitude diary every morning, can enhance your level of happiness. And we teach that in our Happiness 365 course. Animals and babies are popular happiness triggers. So I have a cat who I feed every morning, and I get happiness when I pat and she says, with great gratefulness, some meow. She says, I get happiness, because she's acknowledging my, love and care for her. happiness is largely equated with financial stability as well. So we teach financial freedom formula as well as a part of our Happiness Institute. So now I'm going to give you some useful tips. So do not postpone your happiness. Number one, don't wait for the milestone. आप अपनी हैप्पीनेस को किसी चीज पे डिपेंडेंट मत होने. अगर मैं यूएसए चला जाऊंगा तो मैं हैप्पी होऊंगा, अगर मेरी बेटी की शादी हो जाएगी तो मैं हैप्पी होऊंगा, अगर मैंने एक डिग्री कर ली तो हैप्पी है. हैप्पीनेस लाइज इन हियर एंड नाउ. Just count your blessings and you will be happy. Never underestimate your resilience. You are hardwired for facing all your challenges. All you need to do is the right coach in your journey to stardom. And everybody is made of star particles, the God particles. And it is just the, जैसे कहते हैं ना, हीरा की पहचान जो है जोहरी को होती है. So I can polish you and I can, make you a star. Spend money on wonderful experiences. Learning is the best investment for experiencing happiness for yourself as well as others. तो आपने जिसने भी 360 रुपीज अभी खर्च किए हैं मैविन फेस्टिवल में, आपको कितना फायदा होने वाला है इसको पता ही नहीं. आज तो पहला दिन था और आप देखिए बाकी के 7 दिन भी क्या होने वाला है. This is the best investment. So other tips are: do random acts of kindness, volunteer and help others, gratitude journal, forgive quickly with meaning, mindfulness. Be the best version of yourself. And I don't have the time, but I can keep on sharing. A lot of tips are there. And finally, I want to leave you with this poster, which Shabana is also going to share. We are coming up with a program, 10-day program, in which the first day and the last day will be the Zoom online sessions. Rest of the days, we are going to send you some activities which will take 15 minutes to complete. And this, in doing the activities, you get lots of happiness. And also, I want to give you my links, which I'll just share in the chat. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, CKG. I would request everybody just to focus on whatever your takeaways have been. Kindly post 1 or 2 takeaways that you have listed for yourself. Out of all the speakers, if you have taken up something that is worthwhile for you to overcome your challenges, kindly list at least 2 or 3 points if you have taken any notes. In the chat box, please. What are your key learnings? Please post them on here. Be happy. All right, great. What else? Come on, quickly post. Also, what is it that you're going to take up as a practice between tonight and tomorrow evening when we're going to meet? Write down 1 practice that you would carry forward, which will help you, allow you to overcome your challenges and focus on your possibilities. Yes? Beautiful. Honor yourself, your healing, drop judgment, be an allowance. Good. Happiness lies here and now. Got that. Learn to let go. Beautiful. Superb. Let it keep coming. Now write down please 1 thing that you're going to take up for between tonight and tomorrow evening as an activity, maybe 15 minutes or 10 minutes that you'd like to dwell on, or maybe taking a practice like stopping judgment. Each time that you judge, put up a chit in a, one of your box or something and see how many times you've been in that zone. And learn to evaluate yourself, that you stopped yourself, and acknowledge. All right, you can probably share the numbers. So a lot of judgment, trust, okay? Trust, stop reacting to situations, okay? So you can take reaction. Many of you have written about it. So probably you can say, whenever you've reacted, put in a small chit in a jar so that you know by the end of the day how many times you were reactive. And being in that awareness. All right, can we pick that up? Sounds cool? Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. Yes, Palji.
Okay. Fine.
All right, great. Awesome. Awesome, Ashwini. So you can pick up something which involves your entire day tomorrow, and we'll catch up tomorrow evening once again with a host of speakers who would enlighten us and really help us to move forward, become a better version of ourselves. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. We look forward to see you at 8:55 and before 9 for sure, and up until 10:40 again tomorrow. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Have a
you,
lovely, lovely night.
everyone. Thank you. And see you again tomorrow. Thank
Yeah.
you.